All right. So we're going to go through examples for 2.2. Okay, remember we talked about power functions. Okay, we're going to be finding the power, the constant of variation. These are some formulas that you'll need for like 2 or 3 problems that we're doing. So, all right. Determine whether the function is a power function given that c, g, k, and pi are represented constants. Okay, I just want to verify, pi is not a variable.
Okay.
Awesome.
Somebody the other day thought that it was. Pi is a number, always and forever. Okay.
Got it.
Awesome.
You know what I'm talking about. For those that are power functions, state the power and constant of variation.
Validation of my decision making.
This is recording, Muriel.
I don't care. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
All right. F of x equals 9x to the 5/3. Okay, so some things that you're looking for, or well, never mind.
Oh, 5 to
Ignore that.
1.
All right, so these just want the power and the constant of variation. So what is the power? 5/3 and constant of variation.
9.
Why
Wow.
is this so easy to memorize?
Only this is. Probably number 4 will be really hard.
Has like 20 numbers
If you know.
F of x is equal to 13.
Oh, power is
in it. 0.
1.
Power 0, there's no x, no variable.
I don't know why I was thinking like 13 to the 1 is.
13.
Don't just disregard.
Constant of variation.
13. Yeah, Loki forgot what that meant.
I don't know what that means.
It's the thing. It means like
It's
it's
just
the
like
number
the
that
number
everything's
attached to the
divided by.
power.
Okay, well that's cool.
Just remember COP. It's the thing in front of the x with the power on it.
I don't have any plans tonight.
Ke of v is equal to 1/2 k v to the 5th.
What is
Is KE stand
Isn't
for
that
Kelvins?
No.
Kinetic energy, I think,
Me and Hope just said the same.
is what they're.
Incorrect. The power is S.
You know,
5.
at least
Is
we're
that
not
5?
It's
5, yeah.
The power is S.
It looked like an S, okay?
Okay,
Constant
I'm
of
not
variation is
stupid.
1/2, I guess.
Is it 1/2 k?
Yeah, it's 1/2 k because, and I know you don't really have your books open, but c, g, k, and pi are constants, is what it tells you. So
Got it.
and this also tells you what variable you're dealing with. They're not going to put 2 variables in there, so whatever this says is what the variable is. You can assume everything else is a constant, even if it's a letter.
Oh, so KE is its own thing. Those are both together, which means kinetic energy. And so it's like it's still like F of x, but it's like kinetic energy of V sort of thing. Okay. And it's like K is a constant, C and pi. All right, that makes sense now. We're good.
These things are so thin, I don't understand.
All right. 10. F of A is equal to m times A. For those of you that want to know, it's Newton's second law.
Power is 0.
Is it still a power?
And
1
the
or 0?
Remember we just went over this. Power is always 0.
Is it 1?
Oh wait, because there's actually exponents, so it has to be 1.
Okay, we're doing it. Okay, with respect to A, so there's a 1 on A, so the power is 1. And then what would the constant of variation be? Yep.
Oh, it looks like a Q.
Where do you get the
No, my A looks like a Q.
I was gonna say something really important.
I think I lost $30.
Ariel, you do that all the time.
All right, so the next problem say to determine whether the function is a monomial function given that L and pi represent constants. For those that are monomial functions, state the degree and leading coefficient. For those that are not, explain why not. So a couple things that make it not, if it has a negative exponent, a variable in the exponent, I'm trying to remember if there's any other ones. Those are the big ones that make it so that you can't
So negative and
have
a
it.
variable?
Yeah, in the exponent. So, number 12, f of x is equal to 3x to the negative 5.
So it's not.
Okay, it's not monomial
Why again? Sorry.
because it has a negative exponent.
Just like we did yesterday.
Yeah.
I look like I remember what we did yesterday. No.
Okay, I kind of.
This is also what my Algebra 1 class. That's what you erased off the board.
I thought that was.
I was about to say.
The stuff that we did yesterday about determining whether it's a thing or not, are we just determining if it's a function or not? Is that what we're doing?
Right now?
Yesterday on like the first problem?
I don't remember what the first problem was yesterday. Did a lot of math problems yesterday.
No, but it said determine if it's a blah 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 blah, and then if it is.
A polynomial.
Oh, well, yes. Okay, so if it is monomial, then we're going to find the degree and the leading coefficient for these problems too. So, yeah, well,
So
that wasn't determining if it was a function. That was determining if it was polynomial.
What's the difference from a function and a polynomial?
A lot.
Well, a polynomial is just like in general. I mean, just because you're polynomial doesn't mean you have to be a function.
Your eyes said.
Because it's like,
No side
got to
notes.
pass the vertical line test for
Yeah.
to be a function.
I'm excited to do number 14.
Y is equal to negative 2 times 5 to the x.
Can I do it? It is monomial.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's just because.
Okay, somebody else.
It's not monomial because there's there's the variable as the exponent.
What? Where are these rules?
I've said them like 8 times.
I don't remember.
Negative, or if there's an oh my gosh, if there's a negative or an exponent. If there's a negative exponent or a variable as an exponent, I can't speak anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get the next one then. So, because
What if it's under a radical?
That still has that would have an exponent of 1/2. It would end up with an exponent of 1/2.
So it's not. Or it can be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of a dumb question.
Well, no, it depends on if like the whole thing is under or if it's just that one little piece.
No, the whole thing. Like, so say it was negative 5x with the radical over the whole.
Well, it's whatever. Okay, well the x and the variable or the x thing for that would automatically make it not. For this reason still.
Okay, so use the first one to make it a 5, like a regular 5. If that was all under a radical, would it be monomial then? If all of 3x
Yes.
to the 5 is?
Yes.
Okay, and what if it was just 3x to the square root of 5? As like that was the exponent. Could you have a square root in the exponent?
I don't think so, but your book doesn't have any like that.
Thinking too complicated here, got it. Okay.
That
Yes.
one is monomial.
Well, yesterday we did a problem and it was like no because it's under the radical. It's not.
That was a different thing though.
Oh,
This
my
is
goodness,
different.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's yeah. And do we have to say why?
No, but you need to tell me the degree and the leading coefficient.
Okay. Degree is 0. No.
1.
1. And the leading coefficient.
L.
I guess it's
Bless you.
Say one on.
I always lose twice.
All right. Write the statement as a power function equation. Use k for the constant of variation if 1 is not given. All right, 18. The volume V of a circular cylinder.
We have to write this, or like normally you're just writing this because you don't have a book.
Yeah. With fixed height is proportional to the square of its radius. All right, so a key piece of information here is the fact that this is a fixed height. Okay, it didn't tell us what constant of variation to use, so that means that we're using K as our constant. Oh, that is the highlighter. Hello.
Do they say Bologna?
All right, so what is the volume of a circular cylinder?
It's the
Okay, I got it.
pi r squared times height.
That's definitely what I was gonna say.
Pi r squared times height.
I was gonna say pi r something.
Okay, so it says the volume V of a circular cylinder with fixed height. Okay, fixed height means it's not changing, meaning it's
K.
what? Okay, it's constant, so it's going to be K. Is proportional to the square of its radius. Pi is also included because pi is a number, so it's a constant. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this as V is equal to KR squared.
That's the answer.
Okay,
Yep.
but where did the
Pi go.
you just explained
Pi
this, but I didn't understand.
and H are the constants.
So you
Oh,
just
to the curve.
So you just
Pi
replace
is
them.
Not a variable.
Alright, so both of them just kind of like go away, and they're just because they're both constants, you just put the other constant.
And now, if it told you a different one to use, then you'd use that, but
So
it
what
didn't
if
tell
it was
us.
a Q?
Then you put a Q in there. But it's pretty much always going to be K. And these problems are only using K. So. Okay,
How
hold
many
on.
more do we have? Yeah, I'm about to go on my second Don't make it straight, but I need to go ahead and use the top.
There are, well, I'm going to give you a hint for one of the odd ones that you're going to have to do, and then we're doing 2 more that probably need like 5 lines.
Okay, so I can go on to my next page now.
Okay, so number 19, a hint, V equals IR.
Oh, is that the formula? Because you wouldn't know it?
Yes, that's not the answer, but that's the formula. You'll have to move the formula around to get what it's asking you for. And basically what's going to happen is on your quiz, test, whatever, I will only give you one of the ones that you either had as a homework problem or the one that I did. So the other ones, the other even ones, why I'm not doing them is because it's not something that I would need you to know. Might be something Miss Marshall would want you to know, but not something I need you to know. So.
Are you like having a quiz date and a test date in mind, or do you not know yet?
I'm not sure. I need to look at section 3 and then decide.
Okay.
Wait, what happened? Oh, you're just giving that hint for us in the future?
Yes, for when you go to do your homework problem. So. All right, write a sentence that expresses the relationship in the formula using the language of variation or proportion.
Dang it, why does it have to be English?
What?
It says write a sentence.
All right.
I'm gonna read that for you.
So I'm going to write I'm going to write out the problem. I'm not going to write what everything stands for, but all right, so 24, C is equal to pi d, where C and D are the circumference and diameter of a circle, and pi is the usual mathematical constant.
So circumference equals pi times diameter.
Okay, so we want, in mathematical terms, your statement should either have the word proportional or something
C
like
is
varies
proportional.
directly or something like that.
C is proportional to pi times diameter.
Okay, it's pretty close to what I'm looking for. The circumference C of a circle is proportional to its diameter d with constant of variation pi.
That's too mathy.
26. D is equal to P squared over 2G, where D is the distance traveled by a free-falling object dropped from rest, P is the speed of the object, and G is the constant acceleration due to gravity, which we had mentioned the other day, but G is equal to 9.81 meters per second squared.
So you're gonna do whatever you said D equaled that I just forgot out of my mind.
That's fine.
And then you're gonna say D
Distance.
It's the distance of something and something.
yeah, so the blank D
The distance
is proportional to
Whatever the P meant.
it's
Squared.
P squared with a well, not a constant because it's dividing.
Divided by, well, wouldn't that be a constant? Because it's the number. What?
Can I not write the first thing like I just wrote the second thing?
No, you can't.
I just told you that G is a constant.
So it's pi.
So your constant
So
is
you
1 over
put
2.
you fill in the thingy-mabob for it, the constant K, right?
No, these ones don't want that. That's the other set of problems.
So your constant would be 1
You're
over 2.
pretty close, but it's not proportional.
What's
You
the
just
other
say-
option?
Varies directly.
P2.
The distance
I was doing good till we got to this.
D traveled by a free-falling.
Where did we get free falling from?
It was what D is.
Oh, did it tell you that? Like,
Yes.
how-
Yeah, it does.
I'm just making sure we don't have to just like memorize it. So
Oh, no.
You.
Dropped from rest.
I don't know that I can.
Varies directly.
Bobby Drum.
Wait, do you have an anatomy quiz today or is that tomorrow?
With the square of its speed P with the constant of variation 1 over 2G.